You have to respond
Andrew's already fatigued. He's fatigued. Look at him.
and provide evidence that you
Poor, 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 poor.
Salute, salute, salute. Um, when I saw this debate, right? I asked brothers in the Patreon, you know, before I do a video on this, what do they think about it? And you know what? It seems like we was immediately on the same wavelength. It's like the brothers already knew where I was going with this. I just asked the question, what do y'all think about this? And I want to show y'all some of the responses in the Patreon, right? Salute to the brothers in the Patreon, because this is exactly why I'm doing the video, especially based off their responses, because I'm right there with them. I'm right there with them. And this is what I want to talk about. And salute to the brothers in the Patreon. The brothers, if you're not in the Patreon, you're missing a lot. The brothers in there, especially when it comes to certain topics, they give a lot of great insight. Like the brother here, Darren. Salute to Darren. I watched the whole thing, and both had parts where they were making more sense. But I think because CGA was being rather antagonistic the entire time, his frame looked weaker, like he wasn't taking the debate seriously, and he probably wasn't. From the beginning, it seemed like the argument wasn't about marriage, but a debate over risk mitigation against divorce, which basically became a debate between Christianity and secularism. At that point, it's basically whatever ideology you subscribe to that you think won. It got pretty subjective from there. I would say one thing. Once the topic got to the rat community, Andrew was cooked. He clearly only knew stats, not culture, so CGA cooked him there. Overall, though, I was pretty disappointed that it wasn't just about ideas. Entertaining for sure, but not edifying. You know what, Darren? Especially when you talked about Christianity and secularism, and that's what it really became about, risk mitigation against divorce. You absolutely right, because I ain't gonna lie, I was trying to figure out where is this debate going. Seriously, I was like, is we talking about religion? Are we talking about state? Are we talking about relationships? It just kept going everywhere, right? So yeah, I agree with this, right? And especially when it came to the rat community, I'm gonna show a clip. I'm gonna show a clip about when he started talking about the rat community, and this is the reason why I say that Brad, when it comes to us and Brad, we're not the same. We're not the same. Not even close. We deal with two totally different aspects of upbringing that they know nothing about. They know nothing about it. So he absolutely got cooked when it came to the rat community, right? And he got cooked somewhere else. But if you tell me that that CGA was getting cooked, if you say he was getting cooked, I'm gonna say this, right? At times, both of them didn't make any sense at all. At times. And at times in the debate, both of them made sense. That's my estimation of the video. But what I was looking at was how Andrew Wilson was talking to him, and this is what I was trying to tell y'all, that Brad is not your friend. Brad is not your friend. And I'm gonna get to another comment in the Patreon. Hold on. And salute to the brothers in the Patreon. The brothers, if you're not in the Patreon, you're missing a lot. The brothers in there, especially when it comes to certain topics, they give a lot of great insight. Like the brother here, Darren. Salute to Darren. I watched the whole thing, and both had parts where they were making more sense. But I think because CGA was being rather antagonistic the entire time, his frame looked weaker, like he wasn't taking the debate seriously, and he probably wasn't. From the beginning, it seemed like the argument wasn't about marriage, but a debate over risk mitigation against divorce, which basically became a debate between Christianity and secularism. At that point, it's basically whatever ideology you subscribe to that you think won. It got pretty subjective from there. I would say one thing. Once the topic got to the rat community, Andrew was cooked. He clearly only knew stats, not culture, so CGA cooked him there. Overall, though, I was pretty disappointed that it wasn't just about ideas. Entertaining for sure, but not edifying. You know what, Darren? Especially when you talked about Christianity and secularism, and that's what it really became about, risk mitigation against divorce. You absolutely right, because I ain't gonna lie, I was trying to figure out where is this debate going. Seriously, I was like, is we talking about religion? Are we talking about state? Are we talking about relationships? It just kept going everywhere, right? So yeah, I agree with this, right? Especially when it came to the rat community. I'm gonna show a clip. I'm gonna show a clip about when he started talking about the rat community. And this is the reason why I say that Brad, when it comes to us and Brad, we're not the same. We're not the same. Not even close. We deal with two totally different aspects of upbringing that they know nothing about. They know nothing about it. So he absolutely got cooked when it came to the rat community, right? And he got cooked somewhere else. But if you tell me that that CGA was getting cooked, if you say he was getting cooked, I'm gonna say this, right? At times, both of them didn't make any sense at all. At times. And at times in the debate, both of them made sense. That's my estimation of the video. But what I was looking at was how Andrew Wilson was talking to him. And this is what I was trying to tell y'all, that Brad is not your friend. Brad is not your friend. And I'm gonna get to another comment in the Patreon. Hold on. Ooh, salute to Maximilian. This what he said. He said, I watched the beginning of it and not sure if it was for show, but Andrew Wilson was talking down to him. They were trading jabs, which is par for the course. When you deal with Brads, there's no point in dialoguing with a creature that thinks you're a creature, and then he basically saying that, he was deflecting, saying when CJ was talking, he was saying it was silly, it turned into that. It turned into that. And when you got two people up there and they supposed to have a dialogue, and one is trying to make it seem like they're superior to you, right? It's because they believe that, and you not understanding what's going on because you think it's supposed to be a debate in good faith. It would never be in good faith. Even if you believe it's not. It's not. Brad is not your friend. I'm going to say this again. Brad is not your friend. So shout out to the brothers that responded. I just wanted to show these two, but shout out to Chinoso, Black Tony Stark, Chevy, and Kill, Darren, and Trevor, shout out to the brothers that, responded to that and had great input, right? But I just want to show, these comments right here because these were the comments that I actually was thinking, when I was thinking about this video, because it explains everything inside the video that was going on. And hold on, let's play some clips of the video. Hold on. This is ridiculous, man. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
And that's not the case because a lot of people that are in your
Why do you say
hold on for a
only?
second.
Like, why do you say only?
Hold on.
When I talk
you
about
just-
outcomes being
you
better
just
than-
admitted you just admitted
better.
that there are women that are feminists in your church.
Of course.
Okay, so there's your solution there. You're telling me
So
it's
what?
always better.
It
And
is
it's a
always better.
Snapshot. What you're doing is selling men a fantasy of them.
And you're
achieving-
selling them feminism.
I'm not. Well, we can agree to disagree on that.
Well,
But you're
no,
selling them
agree
a
to
fantasy.
disagree, you're just selling them feminism.
And you're selling them a fantasy. All right,
A fantasy
that's
that I
not
have
gonna
data
exist.
to
Matter of fact,
support.
most people will be dead by the time you get even 1 inch closer to whatever you're proposing.
Well,
most
under your-
men will be dead as a doorknob.
Under your
but
proposal,
under your
you have assured that black men will be dead. You said so yourself. There's no fixing it. They will be. That's your prescription.
well, that's the prescription that you heard. What I told black men is to leave that community. The community is not to
Are
be
they
saved.
doomed or not, like you said?
The black men leave.
And this is where he should have stayed. This is the reason why I say, what's the point in having these debates with them? But if you're going to have these debates with them, you need to, first of all, study your opponent. And after you study your opponent, because there's certain things I could tell he didn't know about Andrew Wilson. Because he was finding out some of these things as they went along. But the thing is, if you want to talk about, I'm going to talk about what affected me the most, right? And what affected black men the most, right? And what was happening and what will happen if black men don't, if black men just totally leave the rap community alone, right? The answer to it is to leave it, not fix it, not go over there. There is no fixing it. It is what it is. So CGA, I don't know if how long he had this stance, but that is, y'all know that has been my stance for years. I don't know how long that's been his stance. Maybe it's been his, but that's been my stance for years. Leave it alone. Leave the rap community alone. It's not a black community. In order for it to be a community, there needs to be men there. There's no men there. It's a matriarch. There's no communities, right, other than the rap community that has a matriarch. Communities have patriarchs. The rap community is a matriarch. So no, there's no fixing it. Just leave it be. And that's what he should have been. That's what he should have stayed on. Because if you're a black man watching this, right, watching this debate, you really don't care what Andrew Wilson is really talking about. You really don't care. You really don't care. Because his solution is, religion, right? Which is fine. If you got a lot of you brothers out there that's religious, that's fine. But that's not the answer. That's not the answer. It's just not. It's just not. The church is the reason why a lot of these issues are happening now when it comes to relationships. Before, and I will say before, church is what kept families together. That's not the new church is not the same as the old church. Churches kept families together. But then when church, started, saying, what, we're going to accept this, we're going to accept that, we're going to accept everything just so we can be popular, just so we can be in social media, just so we can be in politics. You know, and church is always in politics, but not to the point where they're pandering. The church became a panda club, especially black church. But Brad Church is starting to slowly move just like how the Rat Community Church is moving. It's starting to go there. You starting to see that you go there, they're accepting everything. Everything. Every time you turn around, everybody's invited. It used to be shame in churches. There's no more shame now. So, you know, to all you brothers out there that's religious, you know, you can disagree with me, and that's fine, because you know my words are not the end all be all, right? It's fine, but my beliefs is that's not the answer. That's not the answer. If you believe that's what the answer is, then that's cool. If it works for you, but I don't believe that's the right move. I just don't believe.
Leave that community. The community is not to
Are
be
they
saved.
doomed or not, like you said?
The black men leave the community, they thrive.
Now, that's not me. The person who recorded this, they're a lot. Okay,
Are
it's
they
back
doomed
now.
or not, like you said?
The black men leave the community, they thrive.
Yeah, I know. Are they?
Yes.
Are black men doomed, like you said
The
earlier?
black
or
men
not?
that leave the community, they thrive.
Yeah, I know.
They
But
do
are,
very well.
are black men doomed, like you said earlier? Or
Under
not?
the matriarchy of the black community, yes.
Okay.
Under the scenario that I'm proposing for black men, absolutely not. They thrive.
But that's in the future. What
But
about
that's
right
so-
now?
so that's-
what about
no,
right
no,
now?
they're-
What are you talking about?
they're
That's
thriving.
now. That's not in the future. That's now. The black men that leave the rat community alone, they end up succeeding in life because it's the rat community that holds them back. I say this all the time. You leave the rat community alone, you do well in life. I got brothers are constantly saying, thank you, AC. You saved my life. I was losing a lot dealing with the rat community, dealing with these Keishas. I stopped dealing with them altogether, and I'm doing well. I'm doing fine. So, yeah, it's not in the future. It's now. It's anytime black men decide to leave from the rat community, they will automatically start doing better.
Thriving right now under your degeneracy model. Damn stream, but you're
Of what?
telling me
I gave
who?
you tons.
No, give me your numbers of your ecclesiastic marriage where your pastor on a little house on the prairie is going to prevent
Yeah,
them
we
from
would
getting.
have. Yeah. Where's your
You don't want to
polling
look.
data?
You don't want to look. Look at this.
Where's the polling data?
Coach gang represent.
Do you have
You see it
scientific
right here?
polling data?
That's more than your ecclesiastic contracts.
Oh,
I can
great.
guarantee you that.
Okay. Everyone in the Crucible chat who Andrew Wilson has helped, put one in the chat. That's scientific polling data,
Go
says
ahead,
Coach
go ahead.
whoever.
I know
it is.
you don't want to hear it. I thought you was gonna let it happen. Now all of a sudden you don't like the numbers. Come on, Andrew, man.
That's not
I thought we
polling
were better-
data.
I thought we were better.
That's
than
not
this.
polling data, doofus.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
You gonna call
That's
me
not
a doofus?
polling
Hey,
data.
were you gonna call me a doofus?
Yes, that's doofus shit.
Yo, man, that's crazy because I asked you for a number, and I'm the doofus. You can't even give me a number.
I gave
under
you
your
hard-
poll data.
Dude.
Wait, where's your army at? What's
Yeah,
the name
pull
of
the
your
chat
group?
up.
What's
You
the name
want
of your group?
The Crucible chat.
The Crucible Army. Go ahead and pull them up and tell
tell
them
them
how
real
many
quick.
of them are under your
Hang on.
ecclesiastic contract.
And let's make sure we got this straight. How many people are in his live chat right now?
He's got 2,060.
And see how many people are in mine.
Let's go. Pull it up. They should beat me in your ecclesiastic contract. They should floor us in the ecclesiastic contract.
Oh,
4,300?
That's like not even double.
Just one.
All right, we're both doing well.
Just one, please.
We're doing.
Just one, please.
We're,
And now that means I win.
where they at?
That's
Where they at?
scientific polling
Oh,
data.
There's crickets over there. Okay.
Just ones. Just
There they
one.
go.
All you got to do is
There's the
ones, and that's
Crucible over
scientific
there.
data.
There's a couple of twos in there. I want the ecclesiastic contract marriages.
Oh, no.
That's what
You
we're
know,
asking
you
for.
said, who have I helped?
Oh, wait a minute.
That's different.
No. No, you asked who, for me,
Yeah.
who's followed my prescription.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not
who has the
polling data, dude.
I asked you for the ecclesiastic
God.
contracts, Andrew. This is very simple.
What part of
This
we
is
don't
very-
have the polling data, but I
Because you
can
don't have the
logically
numbers.
demonstrate it? Do you
You
not
don't have the
understand?
numbers. You're selling a fantasy.
We do have the numbers.
selling a fantasy.
Oh my god, dude, this is
You're
you're
selling
so
a
low
fantasy to
tier.
men. And I think what you need to
It's
do
like
is
talking to a fucking
I want,
wall.
and I hope that all those cancer sticks that you've been
Uh-huh.
smoking will help your ass live long enough to see how far you've led men astray. I would love that for you to survive, and I would bless you by the name of God and of Jesus Christ.
You got yeah, hey, man. For all you brothers, I said this in the live video. For all y'all that smoke cig, you got to put the cigs down, man. You got to put the cigs down. It's really eating your insides. That nicotine, that smoke is poison. It's eating your insides. Put the cigarettes down. And again, man, you know, put it down and save some money. I'm telling you, man. I walked inside a store the other day. I never really noticed how much a pack of cigarettes cost, you know, because I don't smoke. But I saw the sign, it said like $17. I said, for a pack of smokes? Oh, nah. Oh, nah. I see why y'all looking for Lucy's.
Jesus Christ and Latter-day Saints that you survive all them goddamn smokes
You
you've
don't
been
follow
out
the
here.
Jesus Christ of Latter-day
all them
Saints.
smokes you have, so you can come out here and live and see how many men
Jesus
you led
Christ of
astray.
Latter-day Saints. You follow Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints?
Somebody does.
You
More
don't.
people than that.
Give me a
More
break.
people than the Crucible.
The
More
LDS.
people that
You
more-
are not
hey,
in the
more-
LDS church,
hey,
dude.
More people,
Oh my
more
God.
people than you have under your ecclesiastic contract. I can guarantee you that. All right.
All you have to do is agree to one proposition. Is it the case that you personally think
Not
that
today.
if there is no state contract, you're not win a
Easily.
state contract, your chances of getting divorced are going to decrease? Is that true or false?
If that's true, even if you don't get married, correct. Your chances of getting divorced goes to 0. Oh. And that's the same thing I said. Don't get married, you don't get divorced. The number one cause of divorce is marriage.
Not
Boy,
marriage,
it sounds like
a state
it sounds like-
contract.
no, the number one cause of divorce is marriage. Hey, Andrew, let's just say this, man. Listen.
I thought they could divorce you even if you weren't married to him 5 minutes ago.
No,
What
you
are
went through a
talking about?
ceremony. You went through a religious ceremony. So at that point, they can. But if I never went through a ceremony, they can.
They can sue you for anything by your logic, whether you
No,
went
no,
through
no,
it or
no, no.
not.
Don't move the goalposts. I said you went through a ceremony.
Ah.
I didn't. All right, those are two different things, sir.
Which part of I don't really again I don't understand if it's the case that you
He's
say
scrambling and scraping for shit right
yeah,
now.
if it's the case that you say
He's
if
scrambling
you're
and
This like even for Brad watching this, you know what black men, you know, the black men that are watching, you know, because the CGA, because you know he got black men that you know that follow him. What are they getting out of this? Nothing. Nothing. Even the Brads that's watching this, what did they get out? Nothing. You got nothing out of it. The only thing they got out of it was to look at CGA and sound all corny saying things like, oh, Andrew Wilson is fatigued. That's all I've been seeing. Like he's some Keisha that you see on body cam videos. That's how they trying to treat him. That's how these Brads are trying to treat him. Like he's some Keisha that be on these body cam videos. Oh, black fatigue. You know why? Because Brad is not your friend. He's not your friend at all. It's not your friend. The way he's talking to him, come on. And here's the thing, right? I don't care. I really don't care for this conversation. I really don't care for this dialogue. It got nowhere. Like they both don't know what they're talking about at certain points. And then at certain points, they do know what they're talking about. But for the most part, this got nowhere. This didn't get anywhere. This didn't get anywhere. And the sad part, here's the sad part about this. Their age. Look at their age. They up there acting like teenagers. This is not a good look. Too old to be acting like this. You got younger people watching this, right? And what do you think they're getting out of it? It's okay to act reckless and be dismissive, and name call. That's what they thinking of. But I'm talking about as far as their perspective. But from my perspective, you would never see me sitting down with a Brad talking about anything. You'll never see me sitting down with a Keisha, not with a Brad. Well, for what? There's nothing that me and Brad can talk about. We have two totally upbringing, two totally different ways of looking at things. It doesn't matter if our financial status is the same. It doesn't matter. How I got to my riches is totally different from the way you got to your riches. Doesn't even matter. Doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter if black men, if you have a boat, and Brad has a boat, you drive a Bentley and Brad drives a Bentley. It doesn't matter where you at financially. If y'all even close, it doesn't even matter, because however you got to where you at in life is totally different from his. Your path was a lot harder. Your path was a lot harder. So to even act like y'all on the same footing is insane. So what's the point of even sitting down and having these discussions? I know what I know. You know what you know. You stay over there. I stay over here. I teach my people what needs to be known on this side. You teach your peoples whatever it is that you want to teach them or talk to them about. But trying to convince somebody of it didn't even make sense, man. You're trying to convince somebody who believes that marriage is the way, religion is the way. You're trying to teach that person that it's not the way when that's their message? Think about it, black men. That's their message. That's like trying to tell that wig wearer what she's doing is wrong when it comes to talking about black men, because she's lying. She needs to clean it up, and she needs to come around and apologize and go back on everything that she said about black men. That wig wearer will lose all her support, because that's her audience. Her audience is Keisha's that like going in on black men. His audience is people who believe that religion or church is the way, right? So telling him that it's not the way is not going to get you anywhere, because that his brand depends on it. So it doesn't even make sense to have the discussion when he's not even coming in there to hear you out. He's not coming in there to hear you out. He's coming in there to argue with you. That's it. Now, debate is going back and forth, but if you're not trying to listen, then what's the point of having a debate? If you're not even open to what I'm suggesting, if you're not even listening to it, if you're not even trying to understand where I'm coming from or what I'm saying, then what's the point? Anyway, man. Anyway. This was a real waste of time, man. But I just wanted to show, again, here's another example of Brad showing, a black male that they don't rock with you. because Brad is not your friend.
Nasty. Well, nasty.